You know what this game is? Big 7 potential.
Dude, I was going to make this the headline for the show, but I didn't.
Big the 7 potential. We are going to learn a lot about the guys that we have available to us. This is seemingly a lost cause. This is a similar weather situation that the 7 presented us.
That's a good point.
There is a same kind of weird, ominous feel in the air. All seems lost, and then suddenly, what happens?
Well, you mentioned...
Oh my, the Oracle! Oh my, how did you do it? How did you do it?
Oh, we needed it. We needed it, fellas.
Let's go! What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Winners Lounge. Oh my God, D-Line!
That's right.
What's going on, everybody? The Nuggets win 124-122 over the Thunder. We're presented by Bet365. Never ordinary. My God, that was a never ordinary night. Download the Bet365 app. Use code DNVR365. Choose your offer. Find out why, whatever the moment is. It's never ordinary at Bet365. Fellas! Woo! What a game. What a game. And you called it, D-Line. You felt the 7 energy. Maybe it was the weather outside. Maybe it was the injuries, but you nailed it.
Listen, guys, we'll just skip tonight. I'm too verklempt.
All right, well, we'll get to it. We are live from the Toyota Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. I'm Harrison Wind. Brendan Vogt's in the house.
Ooh, all of a sudden, fellas, not looking so bleak in Denver,
Are we
huh?
back?
What a treat,
Are we
boys.
back just like that?
All I know is that right now in this moment, we get to do a Winners Lounge, and I have never been more grateful.
And that's the Oracle
let's go.
himself, Eric Wedum.
Oh, I've thought about it. We're back. We're so back. We're so back. And we're so back.
Which way does this go? Hey,
And that superstar Dev on the end, who I'm pretty sure nailed every bet he made tonight.
What a goddamn night.
Oh my God, what a night.
I am so glad that Adam is gone in this one. Oh.
I'm ill, and I'm still drinking Rakia. This is a
Give me
good.
some Rakia.
First of all,
Let's get
best
some
way to
Rakia
First of all,
on
the
this set.
serve will tell you that's what you should have.
Best
Yeah,
way to get
that's
medicine.
Yeah.
It is helping, I think.
Oh my God,
I feel
man.
better.
What a night. The Nuggets down Jamal Murray, down Aaron Gordon. Welcome the OKC Thunder, the unbeaten OKC Thunder into town. Hand them their first L of the season.
Take that hell on the way out.
Let's get into a little quick recap here before we get to our big takeaways. My first note, Nuggets played a lot of zone in this first half, man. A lot of zone. And the Thunder were double and triple teaming Nikola Jokic every time he got the ball. Nuggets down 32-30 after the first quarter, but some encouraging stuff. Heading into the second quarter, new backup center tonight, Zeke Naji. It was a weird lineup for the Nuggets. Peyton Watson started this game for Aaron Gordon. Hunter Tyson got a lot of minutes. Julian Strawther got a lot of playing time as well. Zeke Naji at backup center. Second quarter, also, we saw the Nikola Jokic, Russell Westbrook two-man game. And, man, it was cooking tonight. Those two were locked in together. Denver only down 66-55 at the half. It still felt like the Nuggets were in range. Third quarter, Nikola Jokic got absolutely mauled in this game. Mauled, man. It was one of the most egregious reffed Nikola Jokic games I've ever seen, man.
Defund the refs.
Malone had enough, got a technical, and then they still kept calling nothing for Nikola Jokic inside. He finished this game with 6 free throws. I think 2 of those came in the second half.
Hey, he got the ones that counted, didn't he?
He did get the ones at the end. It did feel like OKC was about to pull away in this third quarter, and Russell Westbrook erupted. He hit a 3. He had this ridiculous layup where he was getting the crowd pumped. He was electric in this game. Jokic turned it up to another level as well. It was a 22-6 Nuggets run, and Denver was within 3. Denver was down 2 points heading into the fourth, and I have no notes from the fourth quarter.
They won.
The Nuggets played unbelievable in the fourth. Michael Porter came alive. I think he only had 3 points in the first half, finished with 24. 21 came in the second half, was hitting threes. Julian Strother hitting threes. Christian Brown hitting huge shots. Peyton Watson with a game-sealing block.
Talk to me. Talk to me, Win.
It had everything.
It's got everything.
I mean, this was one of, I'll just say it, one of the most memorable regular season wins we've seen in a long time.
We have to give this a name. You realize this?
I do realize that.
I don't have one.
I didn't expect you to. But we can work on it for sure. But an unbelievable win for the Nuggets, 124-122 over the OKC Thunder. Huge nights for Nikola Jokic, Russell Westbrook. We got a lot to talk about.
So much to talk about, and it's all good, fellas.
Yeah.
What a treat.
Let's get into our Red Hawk Roofing big takeaways. And Dev, you're first up. What do you got?
My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway is, if that is the Russell Westbrook that we're getting this year, sign me the hell up.
Whoa.
Sign me up. He was sensational out
Straight
there.
up sensational, brother.
That wasn't even only like a revenge game, but that was a okay, I got this type of game. And we haven't seen that from him. That was not like chaotic the entire time. He was under control. He was finishing around the rim, knocking down shots, rallying the troops. Everybody else is like amplified when he's on the court. He just makes people play a lot harder. And that's what they needed in this game, was for them to believe. He gave them hope. And he played well. It wasn't just energy, but he is electric. And that was a hell of a game. It was the best game of Russell Westbrook's Nuggets career thus far. And I want more of it. I want more of that. Give me more Russ.
Not that far removed from another one, by the way. Not
Yeah,
that
it was
long
great
ago,
2 nights ago, too.
Yeah.
My
I think,
God.
29 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists for Russell Westbrook tonight.
and I don't, Russ is not going to do this every night, right? I said this the last time he did this.
Maybe he is.
No, he's not, right? And
I don't know.
Buckle up for the weird ones. But it doesn't mean that he can't do this. It doesn't mean he's not bringing good to the table when he pushes the pace, when he gets in the paint, when he draws free throws. He is bringing juice. That was a notion that was laughed at in the preseason. It is manifesting on the court. This was a team that lacked juice. Russ is bringing
juice.
it. And he was great. Look,
Is loose.
Hilariously, Russ was a -14 tonight. I don't care.
Dude, I've always said plus minus is an overrated stat.
There were
I've always said that.
there
Small
were
sample
minutes.
size.
Yeah.
One game.
There were just minutes where they needed someone anything to make something happen, and Russ pressed the right buttons at the right time. And look, man, that is why they signed him, and those were big time minutes from Russ tonight for sure.
D-line, Red Hawk Roofing, big takeaway.
All right. So listen, I've been talking about this for 2 days, and it manifested. The Denver Nuggets have found a new play style which suits their young
This is a great
core.
take.
They are now a run and gun team, just like that. No Jamal Murray, no Aaron Gordon, no problem. We are going to run. We are going to create an environment that Russell Westbrook can thrive in. Christian Brown can thrive in. Peyton Watson can thrive in. When there's the right amount of chaos and running, those guys are just like gamers. Those guys are just like, they thrive when things are going, when you're not just your half court set. Julian Strother, all these guys. And Jokic can play whatever style you want. He can spring guys free. He looked comfortable no matter how you want to play. Like, he's not always going to be up running the floor with these guys, but he's also like not that far behind. That man's conditioning is something that needs to be studied by science. Like, I don't really understand it. He never slows down, but
Austin Rivers should study it.
This is the way. They have found the way. This is how you get these young players working for you. You don't make them set up in this really stilted half-court offense. Russell Westbrook charging in the middle of the teeth of the defense, just like jumping up in the air, throwing it somewhere. Like, just run, man. The Oklahoma City Thunder ran out of gas as the game wore down. That's the other thing. Like, a team like that relies so much on shooting. This is like another way you beat a three-point shooting team, is you make them tired. Yep. And then the part where you need to have like precision with your finesse goes out the window. And we saw what happened. It was a beautifully executed game plan by Michael Malone. The Booth boys are here. Every nugget is good. Let's go.
We're so bad.
Looking at the numbers, just while you were talking about the free throw stuff, you know what else Denver did in this game? They got up 38 threes, which is a lot for them to OKC's 40, and they obviously shot it very well. And that's kind of the formula when you're undermanned against a good team. You got to get them up, but not something we're used to seeing Denver doing a ton. And it was really cool that they did tonight and did it well, and a lot of different people got involved.
Yeah. You brought up a couple great points, though. How fast they played, especially with Russell Westbrook out there. It seemed like it might have tired OKC out because in that second half, I mean, the Thunder got like whatever they wanted in the first half. SGA, it looked like he could get a layup every time if he really wanted to. They kind of froze up a little in that second half.
They absolutely
especially
did.
the fourth quarter. They got nervous.
They're
and I
front
wonder if
runners.
it's because it was they were tired.
They're front runners, just like the Celtics. You take a team like that just wants to get out, shoot leisurely, point at you, go back and forth. You like put them in a situation where they have to make a shot, and you find out who they are, and that's who they are.
Yeah.
Also, Denver cleaned up their rotations in that fourth quarter. They were really, really tight. Christian and Peyton were incredible defensively. So,
And something else you said, I think you said this after the last game 2 days ago, but you felt like it could maybe be a turning point.
Yes.
With, Project Dynasty, Strother, Watson, Christian Brown, and just relying on them more with these guys out. And I mean, we'll see how the rest of the season goes. If those three do like ascend and take leaps, this might be the stretch we look back at.
Brother, this is this could be the start of, well, I'll coin this, Project Dynasty.
oh, did you just come up with
Dude,
that?
I love that. Spurs never won 2 championships in a row.
Let's go. We're so back, dude.
All right, Vogt, Red Hawk Roofing, big takeaway.
Hey, we talked in the preseason, we talked in the tarot card episode about needing to fall back in love with this team. And when did we really fall so deeply in love with them? The 7, I really think, was a big moment in that process.
Let's go.
And this is the kind of win that helps you fall back in love with the team. Should you have needed it? Many of you didn't, but they did so much right tonight. You have the Booth Boys stuff for the second game in a row. You have Denver getting 38 threes up when they didn't think they would. 33 free throws, and I didn't think it was a ton of flopping. They just have guys who drive now and force the refs to call.
They force the action.
When they don't. Porter, who played, I thought, maybe his very, very worst basketball in the first 20 minutes of this game.
Yeah, it was awful.
Was incredible in the third quarter. Incredible. Yep. And in the fourth, too. Some big-time shots. And in that matchup, without Jamal, sometimes we've seen Porter shrink, and he sure did in the first half. Westbrook was incredible. Christian was great. Swatson with the game-winning block. Jokic with a clutch defensive stop on Shea.
My God, dude.
MPJ hits, 5 threes in the second half. Julian Strother has 6 assists. They won this game against the Thunder. Hunter Tyson logged 18 minutes. Zeke Naji played 10 minutes.
Is that all the Nuggets?
This is the whole...
Are good.
This is it, man. This is the case for loving this team. We saw it in this shorthanded version. It all manifested tonight. And it was really, really cool to see because we needed it. We needed a jolt, not just of that's a nice result, but man, this feels great. Man, I had fun. Man, I loved that effort.
That was fun. I mean, I feel like every single player that played in the game made an impact. Like you can remember multiple big plays in the game, and that doesn't always happen. There's always like a shot or two. But there was defensive stops. There was a swat at the end of the game. There was big shots made throughout the game, and that's what the odds against them. No one thought they were going to win that game. This is an undefeated team that already got a win against you, and you're down guys. But they played for one another. They believed in each other and just kept making big play after big play. So that was fun. And they're just learning. They're out there playing and they're learning the entire time. And you can see the chemistry coming. You can see them being on the same page and just slowly getting there. So I do think, like Eric said, that they are starting to turn a page, but it's because they're starting to gel.
Yeah. My Red Hawk Roofing big takeaway. This is exactly the type of game that the Nuggets and Nikola Jokic wanted to get Russell Westbrook for. No Jamal Murray.
Definitely.
No Aaron Gordon. You're undermanned. You need something special. You need a spark. And Russell Westbrook, it's going to be a rocky road for a lot of this season.
Yep.
Probably. We don't know. We don't know. But that's probably what it's going to be. But the energy and just the level he can get to on some of these nights.
So good.
This is the perfect example of why the Nuggets got him. there were a lot of talk this summer about what backup point guard could the Nuggets get. You know, like a DeLon Wright, a Tyus Jones type guy. Those guys don't help you win games like this.
Nope.
You need somebody who can carry you just a little bit. And I really think that was part of the Nuggets' thinking with Westbrook. They need somebody to take up a lot of possessions and somebody who can like actually do something on the offensive end of the floor. And Russell Westbrook, he has his faults for sure, but on some nights and nights like this, he can give you a lot individually. And I really think that's a big reason why Denver wanted him and why Nikola Jokic looked at him and said, this guy can help us. This guy can help our bench. It was for nights like this.
You know,
So beautiful.
the other thing about Russ, too, is we've talked so much about the offense. Russ has been a very good defender in Denver.
Incredible.
A very good defender.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, this combination of Russ, Christian, and Peyton, thankfully, over the last 2 games, figured some stuff out. Offensively, you're still very limited in terms of versatility, but more combinations to, I like that lineup defensively. And it mattered tonight down the stretch. I know it didn't for 3 quarters, but down the stretch, it really did. Like, that group was better suited to guard what the Thunder wanted to do
Totally.
than Denver's plan A. And I'm not saying they should run with this group. It's just, it was really cool to see all of this manifest. But Westbrook has been a good defender as well. And they needed a kick in the ass guy.
Yeah.
They did not a guy to just take the minutes, but a guy to encourage everyone and push them and fight for this. You know?
Absolutely.
But it's crazy because like this game, Russell Westbrook's fingerprints were all over this entire game. So we'll talk about it after the
Yeah,
break.
let's hit our first break. Lots more to get to from this game on the other side. What a night for Russell Westbrook, Nikola Jokic, and the Nuggets. And with that, let's talk about Toyota. We are here in the Toyota Lounge.
Hell yeah, we are.
Chilling in the Toyota Lounge, the Toyota Winners Lounge. Shout out to everybody in the Toyota chat as well. Toyota, of course, it's the official vehicle of DNVR, and they've got everything. Trucks, SUVs,
What do you want?
sedans,
Wait,
hybrids.
I'm a low emission, zero emission guy. Do you have
Well,
any
they
of those?
got 16 different hybrid
What,
vehicles.
what about a backup one that can change the pace?
They got the iconic 2024 Land Cruiser for that.
I'll take it.
They got the 2024 Tacoma. It returned this year. 17 models with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive like the Epic 4Runner. Toyota, for real, they have everything you need. They have a car for every type of terrain that you might be on, especially if you're in Colorado. It is the perfect car for what we've got here. SUVs, cars, trucks. They got the Tundra iForce Max hybrid truck as well. Visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial. Corwin Toyota and Boulder Group Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver. Stevenson Toyota East and Aurora. Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of the Denver Nuggets, and it's the official vehicle of DNVR.
That was not an ordinary game, fellas. Not an ordinary lineup for the Nuggets. Not an ordinary result for the Thunder. And that's just the way we like it. It's just the way Bet365 likes it, where it's never ordinary.
It was a little ordinary, I have to say. It was a little ordinary. Dev just took down Bet365. That was pretty ordinary.
Line them up, knock them down. Bet365 is now an official partner of the Denver Nuggets and the Colorado Avalanche. What does that mean? It means they're giving new customers in Colorado 2 months of Altitude Plus on them when you sign up. Obviously, we enjoyed some success riding with Superstar Dev, as we like to do in the pregame lounge. If you're watching these shows, just know we do go live 30 minutes before every game, and we like to throw some bets out there at Bet365. You can play along with us, or just sign up by yourself and keep your eyes peeled for tons of big offers. In the NBA, in basketball, they've got the early payout offer. You can bet on a team to win straight up or in a parlay. It'll be marked as a winner when they go up by 20 points, even if they go on to lose that game. One more time, as an official partner of the Denver Nuggets and the Colorado Avalanche, new customers can get $200 in bonus bets when you bet $5 and 2 months of Altitude Plus. It's a limited time offer, so sign up today. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 21 or older and physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or somebody you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
And we're back on the DNVR Nuggets Winners Lounge presented by Bet365, live from the Toyota Lounge as well. Nuggets get the win 124-122 over the Thunder. Do we have a name for this game yet?
Oh, God damn it. What about the...
what are you doing? Come on, man.
Well, what about the Thunder Plunder?
No.
Chat has suggested the Mile High SWAT. There's something with the SWAT, maybe.
It's more about just being like... Maybe we're like the run and fun.
It's got to be the and then one word.
I know it's got to be
probably.
like we got to be like
The
oh,
bailout,
man.
the 7.
Yeah.
We need some people to do work in the Twitter chat right now.
Crossing the pups has been a suggestion.
It's got to be like the Brody game. You know what I mean? But it's not that.
Right. I got what you're saying. Yeah.
Brody and the Booth Boys.
It's got to be like remember the 7. Remember the remember the you know.
Yep. It's got to be simple like that. All
Yeah.
right. Well, we'll find it. We'll find it. Nikola Jokic, he wasn't any of our big takeaways really, but he was brilliant in this game.
Yeah, he was.
I think this was a new, what's that I'm calling it?
Yokogami.
Where it's the first time anybody's ever had this stat line.
First time Jokic is
First
ever
time
had.
Jokic has 23 points, 19 rebounds, 16 assists, 2 steals,
Dude.
2 blocks.
I have 20 rebounds too.
16.
Oh, is it 20? Did
I
they
just
add one?
refreshed. I think they just added
Oh,
one.
okay. They gave him another rebound. 4 of 6 from the line. I mentioned it in the quick rundown recap, but he got mauled so badly throughout this game, man. It was one of those, because I do think the Nuggets have gotten a much better whistle this season. They're 3rd in the NBA in free throw attempts per game. They've gotten to the line a ton. And Jokic over the years, especially the last couple, has gotten a better whistle, I feel. This was a throwback to like 2018.
Oh, yeah.
This was a throwback to 2018, 2019. Michael Malone getting a tech. And he's screaming at the top of his lungs. Jokic, like, side-eyeing officials. He got mauled this whole game and still, like, was absolutely brilliant, Dev.
I can't wait till we see what the Yokogami is, because we didn't really touch on how incredible he played, because in our minds, this is what he always does. But this is not normal. This is not a normal stat line. 23 points, 20 rebounds, 16 assists. And the only way that you could have a 7 or, you know, like these type of games is if you have the best player in the world. You're going against the number 1 team in the West, a team that everyone thinks is, you know, going to just run the table. They're down multiple starters, and he just leads the way. And you just feel like you always have a chance when you have a Nikola Jokic. He just continues to like just dominate. They're sending double teams his way.
Triple
It doesn't-
teams.
They sent triple teams that time. It didn't matter because he's going to find the open man. That's where the 16 assists come into play. They're like, hey, we're going to try to get him off of the boards. He has 20 rebounds. He's getting fouled, and he's playing through those fouls. Yeah, he's pissed off, but, I mean, they're still in the game. They're still playing. Nothing about what this guy is doing is ordinary. So, we like...
This is a Bet365
I know, right?
We are like
are you getting
used to this.
Are you sponsored by them on the side?
Insider betting.
They are sponsored. My account thinks so. But really, this is not normal, because Jokic is not normal.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's so beautiful.
This is just one of those nights where you just sit back and go,
Dude.
like, what the hell?
This is one of these where I just wish, can we just all shut the fuck up for like 5 minutes and just sit here? Let's
Yeah.
just bask in this.
We
You know what I
literally,
mean?
we actually can't do that,
That's
but,
a ask.
but it is a nice suggestion. So going into this game, you're going, all right, the spacing's going to be terrible.
Right.
They're going to
Who
double
cares?
team Jokic. They're going to triple team Jokic. Look who's around him. What is he supposed to do? 23, 20, and 16. 16, man. And I know that they were just double teaming, but it wasn't as simple as often as, oh, there's just one open guy, one pass away. Jokic was manipulating. Jokic was somehow hanging on to the ball despite getting mauled. He was finding these brilliant passes. I really liked the cutting from Christian and Russ and Peyton in this game, but just break through the wall stuff from Jokic. Just we did everything right to stop you, and we couldn't effing stop.
This
you.
is like, there's such like hive mind that exists in the world of basketball always. Like this is just sports in general. It's like people will just be like, oh, the spacing will be bad, and that's it. Just like this very nebulous concept of the spacing, and it's like if you don't have the spacing, and it's really like you just need to find open spots where you can get shots. And the Nuggets didn't they didn't get spacing the way that other teams do, where they put 5 out and then Jokic is in the middle, and then you pass it around. Like guys just force the issue. Jokic would get covered by 2 guys, 3 guys. That obviously leaves people open, and it doesn't mean you have to kick it out for a 3. Like then Christian is charging into the lane, which you'd think is too crowded to happen, but it's not the case. Like, or Peyton or any of these guys, like as long as there's like just movement and you're not just waiting on passes to be delivered perfectly, like there's so much that can be done in chaos. And like this team really just has to embrace the chaos that comes with the Russell Westbrook fingerprints, the young guys, all this stuff. It just jumbles up what OKC wants to do at the end. Like they're not setting stuff up either. Like they're just like beleaguered. They're, just giving it to Shea. He has one cut he makes, one pick that he accepts, and it's like everything just gets jumbled, and it just comes down to like who wants it more. And the Nuggets absolutely want.
Well, something else that's helped the lack of quote unquote spacing has been Christian Brown
Knocking him
becoming a shooter. I mean, he had a shaky preseason, I think,
for sure.
but the confidence that he's playing with and the confidence he has in his 3-point shot. Some of the threes he took tonight and has taken these last couple games, he would have never thought about taking
The
last
step
year.
back on the wing.
He's
Like, are
such
you
nails.
kidding?
He's nails right now.
4 of 8 from 3 in this game. He
4
was
of 8.
unbelievable. 24 points, 8 rebounds.
Hell
Great
yes.
defense as well.
Great defense.
And like him becoming a confident and
Oh, it's so
very
beautiful.
capable 3-point shooter. I mean, that brings the Nuggets from maybe having too little shooters to enough. Just him leveling up there.
Yes.
It's been incredible.
I mean, that part of his game, like he's so multidimensional offensively now. Really, step backs, knocking down the 3-point shot, getting out on the fast break. When he makes up his mind on the fast break, he's getting straight to the rim, and either he's going to finish or he's going to get fouled. And now he's trying to catch bodies every single time that he's down there. He wants to dunk on people. It's not just I'm going to finish strong, but it's like I dare you to jump with me. He has a tough finish every single game that I'm like, how did he make that?
Yep.
But it's because he's putting in that work. In the offseason, they talked about he was the one that got the most shots up this year because he knew what he was going to have to bring to this team. In this game, he had 14 field goal attempts. They needed him to take extra shots, especially with Oklahoma City. And a lot of teams are going to go with this decision to just send the triple team, send the double team at Jokic. So somebody is going to have to beat him. A lot of times it's going to be Michael Porter Jr. that they're not going to leave open. They have Jamal Murray. You have to put pressure on him, so it's going to be Christian Brown. Teams are now changing their mind on if we're going to leave that guy open.
Yeah.
Right,
You
and that
can't.
changes a
You
lot of
can't,
things.
and that opens things up. So really, the spacing question or issue, it hasn't been an issue lately because it's not the game plan that they went into the season with. He's changing it all up.
All right, I might have a name for it.
Oh, really?
You tell me what you think.
Okay.
Run OKC. Like Run DMC.
Ooh.
The Run OKC game.
Some people in the chat have put the 8 because it's a sequel and only 8 guys played, and Peyton Watson's
Only
number
8
is
guys
8,
played?
and Peyton Watson's number
Oh,
is
it's
8.
the 8. It's the 8.
Is it the 8?
Are we
It's
just
the
calling
8.
it the
It's
8?
the 8. I didn't realize
I think
that
chat
only
might be
8
on
played.
it.
I think what would
Is it for sure only 8
seal
players
this?
played?
Yes,
8 players
guys
played. Somehow Sharge is in the box score, but he played 0 minutes.
He's a DNP on mine.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Yeah, 8
It's the
guys.
8. It's the 8. It's
So
the 8. It's
what
the 8.
would seal
the 8
this?
ball.
What would absolutely seal? What would seal this is if those 8 guys took a picture together.
Oh.
That's what needs to happen. I don't know if it's going to happen, but that would absolutely.
So
seal
we should call this the 8 ball.
No, this is the 8.
The 8. All right.
I think
It
it's
is.
Just the 8. Okay.
Peyton Watson, it was the SWAT. He's
The
number
eight.
8.
I think it's probably
8
the
guys
8.
It's
on
the
the
8's
play.
great.
Yeah,
It's
the 8. The 8's good.
Or the crazy 8. That's good too.
The-
But
the
yeah,
eight's
the 8.
good.
But it's the 8. This is the 8.
Yeah, it's the 8. It's done.
It's
Finished.
done.
Decided.
Send
Mark
it to press.
it down. Put
Send
it
it
in
to press.
Sharpie. Send it out.
I'm
Tell
so
everybody.
glad we-
Tell your mom. Tell your wife.
The 8.
To Dev's point, by the way, this reminded me in the Brooklyn game in that they were just sending
Good job, guys.
Yeah, we did it.
they were just sending help in the Brooklyn game, and then Denver hit enough of their threes, and then overtime happened, and they stopped helping. And OKC didn't stop helping in this game, but it got tentative. It got kind of fearful. They were doubling off the catch to start this game. And by the end, you could see, like, there's one where it's Caruso on Porter, and Porter's one pass away, and Caruso does not want to dig down, but he does. And Jokic just passes to Porter, who drains a 3.
So great.
And then the next time they're thinking about doing it, they don't do it. Then they do it too late, and then Christian Brown just cuts. And so, like, there's something to
Just keep on
they're
the heels.
leaving you open. You can also just hit enough shots where by the end of the game, the other team goes, I don't want to do that anymore. And to
Well-
Dev's point, one of the biggest factors in this is Christian Brown taking 8 and making 4. For that to be an early development could go a long way towards changing the scouting report by the end of the year.
And there's lots of wide open shots too because of the way that this the offense is devolving, and they don't quite know if Christian Brown is going to charge the rack or if he's going to stay back and shoot the three. It is, oh man, there's just so much possibility that opens up with this much action and energy and fluidity and basketball on the fly IQ that you obviously get from Nikola Jokic. And you get a lot from Russell Westbrook, honestly. He moves at such a rapid pace all the time that he's kind of always thinking. He does not thinking maybe the right reacting at that speed. He's accustomed to it. So it actually obviously really suits him. I mean, what a night, man.
What a night. Let's hit another break. A lot more to get to. We've also got Adam Mars live from Ball Arena coming up. I know he just spoke with Russell Westbrook. He came to the podium. We'll get his report in a sec. Guys, data shows that men are actually more reluctant to seek healthcare, which causes worse outcomes. UCHealth wants to change that. One way they're doing that is by starting a conversation with real men about men's health. Besides seeking healthcare, there are a lot of other ways men can do a better job taking care of their overall health, and talking about it is a good first step. Just gotta talk about it. That's what we do here.
It's true. Watching this Nuggets game will cure what ails you.
Yeah, exactly. Think about this. What are your priorities in life right now? Does health fit in at the top? What area of your health are you strong in? And what do you need to work on? Or what do you need to start doing or changing now to have better health when you're older? Go to UCHealth's dedicated men's health page to see more of these conversations, as well as content and resources for men to take charge of their health. UCHealth.org/men's health. UCHealth.org/men's health.
If you see that the Denver Nuggets are playing, you decide you want to go, or the Avs, or your favorite comedian, or your favorite musician, because they all stop through Denver, you got to open up Game Time. It is the best ticketing app that gets you the best seats for the best price, even at the last minute. And they've got a new feature called Game Time Picks, which makes getting tickets for your favorite live events even easier. Just think of it as a filter. I know when these sites first started, the great anxiety was, have I really done all the shopping and comparing I can do? Is this the best deal? Don't stress. Just use Game Time and use Game Time Picks. They'll filter out all the fluff. I love Game Time. I've used it to get into a lot of concerts in Denver this summer, fall, winter, and I've enjoyed all of them. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code DNVR for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code DNVR for $20 off. Download Game Time today. D-Line, what time is it?
Game time!
Game time. We're back on the Winners Lounge, presented by Bet365, live from the Toyota Lounge. Thanks for hanging out with us. How many people do we have watching right now? I see 2,000 plus. A little more than 8. 2,000 plus hanging out with us. Shout out to everybody in the Toyota chat as well.
Oh,
look,
baby.
this is the only post-game show around. It's the only place you can be.
Dude, this is the vibiest thing that's happened in the past 24 hours. I'll tell you
God,
that much.
we needed this.
I have been resurrected, brought back. I've learned to love again. I've looked at people who I previously looked at with anger and hate, and I've learned to love. I'm through it all. I'm ready for a new era. Thank you, Denver Nuggets. You've healed my soul.
You've only seen us today.
I know. I was so mad at you earlier.
Do we have the player of the game?
You do?
Can we go to the UCHealth Live Extraordinary player of the game? It is Russell Westbrook. 29.6 rebounds, 6 assists. Vintage Russell Westbrook.
Vintage.
Look, when Russell Westbrook, when he came over to the Nuggets, Malone was saying all these quotes, and one that stuck out, because I just was like, he's lying, is he talked about the defense and how he was closing out and he's wanting to guard guys. He went at SGA, like he took on the defensive matchup late
took up
in
RJ
this
Barrett
game.
last night.
On the last play of the
whatever.
game, he's there, which Peyton Watson put himself in perfect position to get the help side defense. But it's Russ that's like, I'm going to guard him, and that's my matchup. Which is wild if you have Peyton Watson and Christian Brown on the court at the exact same time. But I mean, that's the respect that he has, and also that's the confidence that he has in himself. Russell Westbrook has never been known as a defensive guy, but he's like starting to become that later in his career because it's inspiring other people around him. So like that has stood out for me, and he really was the player of the game.
Yeah, he was.
Jokic was the player of the game.
Of course.
Not according to that.
He changed the game.
Prove it.
Was he the extraordinary player?
Russell
Westbrook
Westbrook was
player
the
of the
live
game.
extraordinary player of the game presented by UCHealth. If you want to join UCHealth's Ready Set Co challenge, click the link in the show notes or go to uchealth.org/Ready Set Co.
The first year we did player of the game, it was so hard not to do Jokic every
Just do
time.
Jokic every
and
time,
every
yeah.
time we didn't do it, we got killed.
Yeah,
I know.
UCHealth, live disingenuously.
Dude, it was Russ. He was.
To go back to Jokic for 1 second, though, we talked about his stat line earlier. 23 points, or what was it? I was looking at some other ridiculous game really quick. 23 points, 20 rebounds, 16 assists. Yokagami. He has already had some unbelievably ridiculous stat lines this year. He's coming off a 28, 14, and 13 game. He's got a 29, 18, and 16 game. He's gone for 40 points twice. You can't even really put a limit on the most ridiculous stat line he's going to put up. Like, is a 20-20-20 game on the table this season?
Yes.
Yeah,
It kind of feels like it.
Closer.
Like
Especially
a
if
30
teams-
20-10. All these possibilities seem
You weren't
possible.
You weren't here. One of the bus members, I'm sorry, I can't remember, their hot take, and they came on and said that Jokic was going to get a quadruple double with steals. We were like, what? He had like 6? He had like, it might happen. He got so
I
many
know.
steals tonight. Like his arms were in the way. He was kicking stuff. Like Jokic played.
I think he probably had double-digit deflections.
Jokic was out of his mind tonight.
That could be a Rudy Gobert
The
type
thing
of
is,
quad double.
with 20 assists,
Screen assist.
it feels on the table because they're just hard doubling, if not triple
Hockey
teaming
assists.
this guy.
Yeah.
So it's.
he was 4 assists away tonight.
and honestly,
That's not that many.
no, it's also just 4 guys hitting open shots away.
Yeah.
Which they did tonight, by the way, which is why he got 16. I'm just saying, in the past, it's sort of been how do we approach Jokic? And right now, it's double team the shit out of him. And if guys are going to hit shots, he is going to put up 15 plus assists. He is.
My other big note from this game, Peyton Watson and Christian Brown. I mean, P. Watts came in and started tonight for Aaron Gordon. I feel like he did an adequate job. His and Christian Brown's defense,
Man.
on the ball especially, was unreal for most of this game. I mean, Christian's brought it all season. Peyton has been a little up and down. Today, though, he had some just ridiculous moments defensively, guarding SGA, Jalen Williams, some of these Thunder guards. I know the Thunder put up 122 points. I know from that perspective, it doesn't look like a great defensive game. And they hit a lot of threes. The Nuggets were undermanned, of course. But the combo of those two guys
Agreed.
defensively, that stood out to me tonight.
Yeah, and they're just like interchangeable defenders. They're
Yeah.
like, what was it called? The Smash Brothers? Not the Smash Brothers.
The Splash
Super
Brothers?
Smash Bros?
No. On,
Splash Bros.
You're saying the same thing. No,
Splash Bros.
the Mario Brothers,
no.
The Bash Brothers.
There you go.
the Kelsey brothers.
Bang.
Y'all gonna keep going? Let me talk. They really they're just interchangeable. One of
Yes.
them is going, the other
Yeah.
one goes. They're getting blocks out there. They're getting steals. They're playing the passing lanes. They're helping people. Like if you go blow by a guy, another guy's gonna step up, and it's just hard when you have that many guys that can get going at the same time. And that's the good thing about being down guys. Another guy gets an opportunity. Peyton Watson is getting an opportunity that he has not been able to get. He's now closing games. He's now able to do, just a little bit more defensively. And I'm just liking that I'm getting more minutes from Peyton, that he can make these type of plays.
No,
Do you want to reveal that right now? What you just told me?
Yeah, I just thought of it. You know what we're gonna call those two? The Slash Brothers.
Chat's throwing it out there.
God, D-line. Oh, or maybe
Chat's-
it was the chat. Did you steal it from the chat?
No, I
Or
told
just great minds think alike?
great minds think alike. I
Wow.
told you earlier. Yeah,
You did. The timing was 1-1.
The Slash Bros.
the Slash
God,
Bros.
we're coming up with so many
Dude,
good
it's gold
names
tonight.
man.
When
The
they
ideas are flowing right now.
when life gives you the 8, you come up with the
Well,
Slash Bros.
Part of it is when our chat's all on the same page, when everyone's rowing in the same direction with the vibes,
Right.
These guys and gals, straight heat.
We're
Straight
just
heat.
so locked in right now. This
Yeah,
I
show,
know.
the chat, we're all locked in.
We've achieved a unity that I didn't expect till mid-season at best.
This is maybe our
I thought
yokeness.
maybe we would achieve this sort of singularity with our chat during the in-season tournament. Maybe.
Why would you think that?
It's what brings
That's when we
people
would
together.
fall out of sync, I would think.
It's what brings people together. The NBA Cup from Emirates.
Oh my God. Let's hit our final break. We will have Adam live from the arena right
yeah.
after this. I can't wait to hear what he's got to say. Let's hit our final break though. Shout out to Miller Lite. Man, the Miller Lights were flowing tonight at
Holy
the DNVR
smokes.
bar. Great vibe at the DNVR bar. Also, just some diehards,
Dude,
some absolute sickos.
This was a day where I completely understand. People didn't want to leave their homes.
Yep.
It's
They
snowy.
burrowed in. It snowed. You know, it was the perfect setting for a miracle to take place,
Yep.
as it turns out.
Yep.
But those who came that made the distance were so richly rewarded.
Yeah, we're chest bumping. We're like high fiving.
Yeah.
We're jumping around. Everybody's flexing.
Yeah.
We're all strangers, but we're all connected. It
I
was
know,
great.
dude.
Powered
Those are some
by
of the
Miller
best
Lite,
nights.
too.
Those are some of the best nights. Powered by Miller Lite.
Miller Lite, they keep it simple, undebatable quality, great taste, only 96 calories. It's the beer that strips away everything you don't need and holds on to what matters most. A light beer that tastes like beer. Times change, but you can always enjoy the great taste of Miller Lite. Tastes like Miller time to get Miller Lite delivered right to your door. MillerLite.com/DNVR or find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories per 12 ounces.
It's getting more and more difficult to save money right now. That's why you need to make smart money moves. Here's one for you. Try joining Premier Members Credit Union. Unlike big banks, PMCU is truly invested in you and in its members and the community. They're a financial institution based right here in Colorado. This is an organization that serves the community and the Colorado community in particular. Obviously, that's our jam, that's our speed. Whatever your goals, Premier Members Credit Union can help. We're talking local branches, friendly tellers, and the tools you need to save smarter, like a reverse tier money market. It's the account you need to get ahead and stay ahead in this economy. Again, check out Premier Members Credit Union reverse tier money market. It's a game changer for your finances and your life. Why not see what they can do for you? Check out becomepremier.com or the link in our show notes to learn more.
And we're back on the Winners Lounge, presented by Bet365. Never ordinary. Nuggets get the win 124-122 over the Thunder. In a game we're calling
The 8.
the 8.
The 8.
The 8. 8 players played. The sequel to the 7. It's the 8 right now.
Peyton Watson makes the game-sealing block.
There you go. Let's go live to Ball Arena because I believe we should have.
Dude.
Hey, he's gonna love that animation. I bet. There he is. What's up, Adam?
What up, fellas? How you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing great, man. We are just basking in this right now.
We all lost our OKC to win bet.
Vote cussed.
Well, damn you, Vogt. Guys, this was an incredible game, man, to be at. The crowd, this was like one of my favorite wins, like regular season wins of the last 3 years, honestly. And there was a moment in that third quarter when the Nuggets fell down that you kind of felt like the air out of the building. And the comeback was unbelievable. It was like a playoff game. People stood the whole time. It was really, really special game to be at tonight.
Man, I assume Michael Malone was on fire in his post-game remarks tonight.
Malone's throwing us all off this year. Like, he's not as mad when you think he's going to be mad, and he's not quite as high when you think he'd be as high.
Man.
He was very, very muted today, but very obviously all positive things. I thought this was interesting because Jokic was phenomenal tonight. He said that's one of the most complete games I've ever seen him play. And he also was defensive player of the game tonight, which I thought was pretty awesome. And it's true, man. I mean, Jokic tonight, and when you watch him live, you really see it. He's always the centerpiece of everything, but his level of aggression is insane. And he just was attacking all night, just attack. He wouldn't get any fouls, but he just kept going all night. It was an incredible effort. He talked about Russell Westbrook, of course, gave him a lot of praise. And what I thought was interesting, he said, you know, Russ having a phenomenal game, and then you take him out for a breather in the fourth, you put the young guys in, and then the young guys are playing great. So he thought about putting Russ back in late, but they had it going, and he didn't want to disrupt it. Obviously, he got him in the final minute. But I just thought it was so interesting with how great Russ was that he ended up staying on the bench, and honestly, it was the right call. You can't question anything that happened in this game rotation-wise.
Yeah.
He did say the pace was a huge emphasis tonight coming into the game. I don't know if you guys can hear. There is a game going on, a Volo game going on behind me, so it's a little loud out here.
What was it? What happened?
Anyway, he says you can't play the number one defense in the NBA in the half court. They're just too good. So the emphasis was playing fast tonight, and this was one of the fastest games we've watched this Nuggets team play. They were up and down the court. And then lastly, on the technical foul, actually 2 more notes from Malone. He said on the technical foul, 90% of my texts have a plan to it. He said, I felt like Jokic was getting beat up tonight. I'm always going to fight for that guy. But also, I was just hoping to light a fire under the guys. I like that note. And then my last one for Malone. He said tonight they ran more plays for MPJ than really ever before. And he thought Michael Porter did a great job on those, not because he made the shots, but because to set up those plays, you've got a screen. Most of those actions involve him starting with a screen and then releasing. And he thought his screening was really great tonight. So I thought those were good notes from Michael Malone.
That's great stuff. Yeah.
I just laughed because when you said that he always has a plan for his technicals, thinking that one of the nights his plan for a technical was to go get a candy bar as he headed off the court.
That was part of the plan, man. It was all part of the plan. I asked Russ what he learned about the team tonight. Is he still getting to know the guys? And he said nothing. He said something I already knew. We have the best player on the planet on our team. He was really impressed with Christian Brown's ability to play hard, which I love, because so many guys did like spectacular things tonight. And he says that's a talent. To be able to play hard every possession is a talent. And he's really impressed. And then he even cited, he goes, well, almost like we don't know. He's like, CB's won every level he's played at, all the way going back to high school, which I thought was great. And then maybe the quote of the night from him, he was asked about Michael Malone's personality. And he says, we're both a little psycho in the head a little bit, which is why we get along so great.
I think so. I think that's accurate. We're both a little psycho in the head.
We have to say the head.
In the head. We're a little psycho in the head.
Yeah, I'm psycho in my knees. A lot of people know that.
A little psycho in the chest.
Yeah. And CB, by the way, we got Christian Brown. We gave the Yoke the night off, which is hilarious given the game he was. I was
one
very
of his greatest games ever, according to
one of
Michael
his greatest
Malone.
games ever. We gave him the night off. I was very against it, but I was the only one. I was fighting to get Yoke back on the podium.
Yeah, Yoke had the night off tonight.
Yeah. Yoke had the night off tonight. I was like, seriously? He's not going to talk? He was like Michael Jordan and Wilt Chamberlain combined tonight. But Christian Brown said, I've never seen someone like Russ with that energy. He's on us always. When we were down big, Russ pulls everyone in. Is like, we're going to win. We're going to win. And he's just like hyping everybody up, which I thought was really cool. And the last note from CB, he was asked about how the team executes off of double teams. And he said, I think we're doing a really good job. We work a lot on our timing on cuts, our angles on cuts and everything. And he said, I think me personally, I kind of really get it. And I think the team is doing a good job. And I got to tell you something. For all the skills when a young guy comes in, the timing and spacing and cutting off of a double team in the post is not easy. And I agree with Christian. It's one of the underrated things about him. He's really, really good at that. And I think Yoke loves playing with him because of that. He's always on time on his cuts, and Yoke hits him a lot. That's how Yoke gets all the assists he gets.
I do have a question for you. What was it like in the arena when Russ was really turning up in the second half, yelling at the crowd, that and one?
It can't be overstated how unique that is. Like, there are guys that have come through Denver, guys that are still on the roster. When Jamal's hitting threes, the crowd goes crazy. But Russ's energy is something that everybody sort of like vibes with. It was funny. I saw a tweet today. I think I retweeted it. That was like, I get Russ stands now. And it's kind of true, man. When you watch him play, you totally get it. Like, he just is pure heart, 100% heart, and the whole crowd sees it. It's like you just see how much Russ tries, and it's so when he has it going, it's inspiring. I did have one last note, though, before I get out of here, which is they played a lot of zone tonight, and I thought they executed it really well. They put that in this morning. Pretty good execution job on the zone for having
They
just
played it for
learned
like a full half.
Hey, that's a real tap
At
to
least.
hat tip to the players and the staff. Well done.
Yeah. Hey, who says NBA teams don't practice anymore?
I know, and I feel it. Like, I feel what it feels like to be a Russ fan now. I'm gonna go and tell people that don't like Russ that they're racist. Spending all night doing that.
You guys see this game here? You guys want to? You want to check out this game for a little bit?
Hold on.
Bolo,
Oh, look at that
green,
spacing. Look at that
green
spacing.
versus
It's
red.
terrible, dude.
They only have
Oh, man,
two
in the
shooters
post.
on the floor.
There it is. Fall away. Oh, no good.
All right,
unbelievable.
thanks, Adam.
real quick,
Appreciate
do you have a nickname for that game? Because we all just came up with one. Very
I
creative,
heard
too.
the 8. I don't know about
Yes,
the 8.
It's the 8.
It's
Yeah.
the 8.
Well, it's been
The
decided.
If it is, I mean, all right, go for it. But I will say it is hilarious that Zeke was part of the 8, man. Go Zeke, man. I'm all for it.
Let's
Part
go
of the
see
8.
Hunter Tyson too. Who would have thought?
Hunter
Yeah.
Tyson, too. That's a really bizarre
Part of
eight.
the 8, man. I mean, you never know. All right.
Good stuff, Mares.
Any final thoughts on the game, fellas?
Bro, I am born anew. I really am. I said it before. My vibes needed that more than I think any other time in life. I have been hit with a vibe injection, and this just goes to show you, like, life is one thing, politics are another thing, but there's nothing higher in life than Nikola Jokic. He is our God King. He is bigger and better than all of this nonsense that we ants trouble ourselves with on a day-to-day basis. What an absolute treat. I'm so glad I got to experience it with you, my friends, and you, the chat. What a game. We are back. Love is in the air. Let's go.
Slash Bros?
The Slash Brothers emerge. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
The
Holy
8
smokes.
The 8 is codified.
What a night. 124-122. Nuggets get the win over the Thunder. Should we go to Super Chats? We have like 20
Yeah.
plus of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If not now, then when?
That's a good
If not who, then us.
Peter Duck, Jokic continues to not
the
get
dude.
calls he deserves. That is a fact. I will say, I think one thing Jokic deserves a lot of credit for in this game is not letting go of the rope mentally.
He's
For
incredible.
just not like getting texts or getting kicked out of this game or quitting because he was getting mauled and he just decided to push through it.
What's a president to a God King? You know what I mean?
Totally, man.
Said Kanye West.
Matthew Crane, SG ain't shit. Holmgren. All right, SG ain't shit. Holmgren, J Dumb, Lou Dork, Isaiah Joke,
Yeah, Lou Dork.
Kason Wallace, Alex Cowarso. I can't see this one.
Usman
Dung. AJ Mitchell,
Usman Dung's a good one.
Aaron Twiggins.
No, that was
That's
good
a
one.
legendary
That's a
Super
banger.
Chat
That's a
right
banger.
there.
I'm partial to Lou Dumb.
Mr.
Or Lou Dork.
Exquisite Nugget. All the Nuggets are good. No Kale. Check pregame super chats. Thanks, Wind. P Watt plus Russ equals lethal duo. Eric, don't be sad. Dev bets off till tonight. P.S. Wind. Let me be there December 3rd versus Golden State.
It's a lot for us to digest
Lots
today.
of
Thank you, Cedric.
I
Appreciate it,
don't even
man.
understand what happened there.
We'll unpack
Rust
that.
possession.
The Great Brows.
We're telling
Jordan
you.
plus Pistons equals Jokic plus Thunder.
I think everyone would agree with that. Yeah.
How about Vladislav CB clamping SGA on D and then hitting the three?
Oh my God, dude.
What is that emoji?
It's a something lock.
Cat lock?
Dog lock?
Dog lock? Dog lock.
It's a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Big
dog,
honey.
You're a lock.
Let's earmuffs, everyone. Let's fucking go,
Boom.
boys. Vibes are all the way up. Every Nugget is good except maybe Sharich.
Don't worry about
Dynasty
him.
incoming. Don't worry about that.
Yeah,
He wasn't part of the 8.
dude. He's not. It wasn't the 9.
You're talking about all the old stuff.
Yeah, dude.
Technically, that's old stuff. What else do we got? Jay, can't tell me shit after that.
Let's go.
We're number 2 incoming.
Everybody cuss with Adam in here, man.
I love that energy, man. That's right. Can't tell me shit. I could hear the slap on Jokic in Colorado
Oh.
Springs at the end of the third. No call. Ref 3 feet away. Didn't even lick the whistle. It was really bad tonight. It was really bad.
Wouldn't it be worse if they licked the whistle?
Yeah, that would have been worse.
I get it.
CJ Jones. CB is legit. Swatson. Yoke should have shot 20 free throws. Brody killing the number 1 defense. All the Nuggets drank their milk. LFG. We so back.
We're so back.
Nico Perez, this is one of my all-time fave Joker games. He seriously did every little thing to get the team the win. Pass after pass, an incredible defense. Wow. 5-5-5-5-ish. LFG, 29-32. Zeke minutes down. Only 528 plus 28 seconds left till 5-5-5. Screw you, Shea. Grifter Alexander.
Yeah.
Meth Lincoln. Pooh Dort. And screw you, refs.
Whoa.
We are all...
What
so
is
back.
happening in the Super Chats
Pooh
today?
Dork. What if it's Pooh Dork?
I just want the league and all related PR departments to know I'm just reading words.
Yeah, dude,
These are not my
sorry.
words. I'm just reading
Sorry.
others. I didn't say that about your team. These people did.
Even though it'll be clipped, It doesn't matter.
They did pay for me to say it, so I got to say it. Thanks to Calvin Booth. It's Jokic and the youth. Hashtag Booth Boys. Hashtag MV4. Hashtag All the Nuggets are good. Hashtag Dev knows. Hashtag Project Dynasty.
Hashtag Dev knows is great.
It is a hashtag vibey night, man. People are hashtagging everything. I'm loving it.
Our guy Andrew Bailey,
Let's
not
go.
having Murray and Gordon is far from ideal, but these minutes could be huge for the young guys. Also, my wife thought D-Line said nipple size and not sample size, and she was
He might have.
beside
I don't
herself.
know. I don't know. He might have.
Tell me the difference.
Nathan Lawn had MPJ over 4.5 threes, as well as CB over 1.5. Fire. P-Watt going ice cold at the line, but making a game-winning block is the funniest way to end it.
It's so true.
8-ball fire. Strong agree. Strong agree.
So good.
I was beside myself.
He
when
really
missed.
did make up for himself on
Oh,
that,
man.
though. He missed both free throws.
Why
Both
are
goals
we
against
talking
the-
about
I'm
old
just-
stuff right
he
now?
made up
He did.
for
He
it.
made the
The
heroic block.
screenshot is insane, dude. He is the longest dude from like
Swatson.
the,
Yeah,
it's
still some
unbelievable.
Swatson shirts.
Big
available.
Honey, can someone explain how SGA gets a way better whistle than a 3-time MVP? He's a guard and he drives and he throws his
I
head
know,
back.
yeah,
you
'cause
know?
he fucking-
But I agree. Port a friend. Thunder rumbled the W.
The W.
Big Honey.
Thunder rumble.
CB changed my life.
I did. Me too.
CC34. Thanks to you guys in the Nuggets for bringing some vibes and hope on
Needed
this very
this.
sad day. Appreciate you all.
Needed this.
Sean Croissant. Time to retire Westbrook and replace it with Westbrook. Oh, I like that.
Westbrook.
I've been pushing West Bucket as well. I feel like
good
these all work. Yeah. Super chat 499. I don't know what currency that is. Philippines. Shout out Ivan. Denver Nuggets basketball is not for casuals.
Nope.
Don't judge us on the first week.
Nope.
This is why basketball is beautiful.
Yes,
you
sir.
watch for adjustments. Go Nuggets from your number one or only fan from the Philippines.
Well, we appreciate that. Also, Rude, you don't think anyone else from the Philippines likes us?
Maybe he's confirmed.
We're
that. I
a
don't
one
know.
and done in the
Yeah.
Philippines.
There's maybe one other person.
That's tough, dude.
Yeah.
Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah,
J-
dude, Manny loves our stuff.
Yeah, he's a huge Nuggets fan. Man, he doesn't know what day of the week it is. JS Banger. Oh man, I needed this win so bad because, well, you know, all of the 8 Nuggets are good.
Let's go. 8 real guys.
20
We call that
bucks.
the 8
Real
real
guys.
guys.
Oh, maybe it's the 8 real guys.
The 8
dude.
real guys.
Except those aren't the 8 real guys.
With Eric Gordon, Jamal Murray not playing.
The 8 real guys.
$20 from
6 real guys and 2 fake guys.
Chunk Dickwell's Burner.
There he is.
That
The
Chunk-
8. The Russessance, Swatson, Joker triple-double. The vibes are immaculate. I'd like to give a shout-out to Sidewalks for keeping me off the streets.
Chuck Dick
I do.
does it again.
These nights, though, where
Well, his burner does it
but
again.
these nights where Super Chest just turned into a list of phrases.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah,
best.
all right,
It's the
great.
greatest.
It's the best.
It's the best.
I love how Chunk Dickwell's new thing is to slide in
A dad
a
joke
bar,
at the end.
just a completely unrelated bar into
A
the
dad
end.
joke at the end, baby.
Dusty Old Cowtown freaked out watching on from my phone in the bread aisle at King Super.
Where else would you be?
Let's
Yeah,
go.
where
Do you
else
remember
would
when
be?
Monte hit
Get
the
that
game-winning
bread.
3 in Golden State? I was in line at the airport.
Yeah.
The security almost did not let me
Oh,
on
yeah,
that flight.
there's a video of me watching the Nuggets beat the Raptors this season, dancing on the streets of Chicago.
Oh, I love
I look
that.
like a fool.
Big Honey, word on the street is that Eric is Russist.
I am racist.
You are.
I'm racist, dude. I'm racist towards those who don't give my man a fair shot. Just because he
God, man.
had a beef with a mascot. How stupid are you?
Bring it home, Matt Powell. Brody and the Booth Boys, the Slash Bros, and a Yokogami game all from one game. Vibes are immaculate.
Holy smokes, dude.
Guys,
Boys,
Oh, man.
chat, thank you for an iconic night.
Are
from
we
you
done,
all.
Kel? Do we have time left? Are we done? We're
got
at
a minute if you guys want to fill a minute.
final thoughts, guys, on this
Dev, fill it up.
magical win. The 8.
Fill it up.
The
The-
Nuggets
guys.
flip the switch.
I
Things
just
are
flipped the
on the
switch.
up and up. This could be a time that we could be sad about the Nuggets, but you know what? Those are the old days. Things are turning around here. We're in our rightful spot of no one believes in the Nuggets, but that's where they feel comfortable. The vibes are back.
Remind them season.
Let's
Remind
go.
them season.
Guys, thank you all so much for tuning in. Great night. Great night in the Toyota Winners Lounge. Thanks for everybody hanging out in the chat. Great show. Thanks to Kel for producing. Awesome work all around.
Good job, Wind.
Are we back tomorrow? Are we off tomorrow?
We're simply back.
We're off tomorrow.
We're back, but we're
Friday.
off.
Right. Figuratively, we're back. We will be back. We are on Friday for our next show.
Then we're so bad.
The Miami
We're
Heat
so
come to
bad.
town. We'll see what the Nuggets have for an encore. Talk to you guys.
We are so
then.
back on Friday.
We all silly like the mayor.